Thank you for choosing Israq's Movie Reviews. What up, movie fans? And thank you for clicking, supporting, and please subscribe if you enjoy this video. Today's episode 1. We're going to be talking about Kevin Hart's new series. It's called True Story. It's amazing. I got through it just recently, and kudos to Kevin Hart, man. Very impressed with him. The last 3 movies, he's been transitioning to kind of the dramatic side of acting now, and he's doing a tremendous job. Starting off with Fatherhood, which was a great movie about a father and daughter dynamic and how he ends up losing his wife and has to raise his daughter on his own. And you see his transformation into fatherhood. That movie was amazing. And then he had The Upside, which came first, with Bryan Cranston and Nicole Kidman, which he plays basically kind of like a home attendant to a paraplegic. He did an amazing job in that movie. But this movie here, True Story, featuring Wesley Snipes, Theo Ross, cast was amazing. It takes you into the life of, it was kind of, I thought it was a biography at first, man. He's a comedian, actor, entrepreneur. He's kind of playing himself in the beginning of the movie, and you see all the ins and outs of his life. He's on a comedy tour where he's from in Philadelphia. He goes back, and around there's a subplot going on around the movie. He's actually in the midst of getting divorced, and his wife is seeing another gentleman, is being documented on the news, and he's been documented on the news too for cheating on her. And he has a son, maybe 9, 10 years old, that's living with the mother that wants to see him, but he can't fly him out just yet because he's so busy on this tour. Coincidentally, his brother comes out of jail, played by Wesley Snipes. And the brother's into some shady business, man. And Kevin Hart is one of those guys where, you know, family comes first. And he doesn't want to shit on his brother, you know what I mean? He gives him these odd jobs as kind of like a manager almost. Even though his own management is telling him, I don't think it's a good idea for your brother to be involved. You know what I mean? He keeps dragging you down every time he comes around. It's money lost, or it's a problem here, there. Well, nothing new happens, right? You know, he ends up going, celebrating a great night at a show. He celebrates in a bar, and you find out at this bar that Kevin Hart had an addiction to alcohol, and he did AAA, and he's about 6, 7 months sober. And here comes Wesley Snipes, man, and lures him back into the life, meeting up with a whole bunch of old school friends, having a few drinks. And this is the part where you can tell, you know what I mean? A lot of trifling things happen, you know what I mean? The brother ends up hooking him up with a few girls. Kevin Hart gets so twisted that he ends up going back to the hotel and wakes up, and he believes that there's a girl that's dead next to him. And boom. That's all I'm gonna tell you for now, because I don't want to spoil the movie for you. I hope you guys go out and see it. But I gave you a lot to this point. Shout out to Theo Ross, who plays a very eccentric fan. He's one of Kevin Hart's biggest fans. And throughout the movie, spoiler alert, if you didn't see the trailers, you can tell that he's gonna play a big part in the movie. And later on in the movie, you figure out why he's such a fan. This guy plays such a role. You know what I mean? You could tell that he dived in this role head first. And he's an essential part to the story. Shout out to Wesley Snipes, who I feel he justified the role as the brother. It was very believable. But the star of the movie, which is Kevin Hart, he blows you away. You know what I mean? You think that since he has, the comic background. You think that he's gonna go and make a joke here, make a joke here, and you'd be surprised. Every time there seems to be a comedic element to the story, it becomes very dark, very serious. And I like him in this role. I think it expands his portfolio when it comes to movies. Very excited to see what he does next. This, I think, highlights his career up to this point. I think True Story is going to be one of those trend-setting movies that are going to really, I feel like Kevin Hart can't get no bigger. He's been amazing for the last 10, 12 years. He's been, definitely trending up, even through his scandals. But shout out to Kevin Hart on this one. The writing, the plot, had some holes, but overall, a great movie. I recommend you go see it. If I was gonna rate the movie out of 5, I'd give it a 4.5. You understand? It was, to me, nearly a perfect series. Basically, it's just a long movie. But the pacing and the timing, every episode, 7 episodes, in total, maybe about 4 hours the most. And every episode, man, leaves you with a cliffhanger, to the point where I thought I was gonna watch one episode, and I ended up watching all 7 back to back to back here on his third shift. I usually do these videos at work, and man, it just left me mesmerized. I even tempted to see it again, just to clarify certain things, and maybe we get a spoiler review. But yeah, man, go and check it out. True Story, Kevin Hart, Wesley Snipes, Theo Ross. This was an amazing cast. Go and check it out. Enjoy. And don't forget, man, if you like this video, subscribe, support, and we'll see you soon.